Welcome to Amberg Acres. So we're out here today, and it's a chilly day. I think it's only like 26 degrees, but we've had some warm weather in February. We're already into March here, and the snow is, you know, most of the snow is melted. I mean, it's I don't know. There's a couple inches here yet, and there's Leonard. He came to visit me right away. But anyhow, you know, there's areas where you can see grass, and then there's still snow in other areas where we don't get sun, like where I'm standing right now. But anyhow, I thought it would be a good day to come out here and put up one of these licking sticks like Jeff Sturgis has on his channel. And if you watched my earlier video of clearing the trails, I came out and I pruned this one off because it was hanging down over this trail right here. And I think this would be a good spot to hang one, because I sit here and watch the deer when I'm over there in my tree stand. I sit there and watch the deer come from this food plot through to that food plot right down this trail. And I think that would be a good spot to put this stick. It's off the trail just a little bit, but yet they'll have enough room that they can walk completely around it. I'll have to clean up some of these branches, obviously. I can come out with a root grapple and do that. But I think this would be a good spot to hang it. So we're going to hang this up. And then we're going to do a little bit of cutting here. I want to make a corridor from right here, right between the two food plots, right down there to my other trail. Or to basically to the lot line, down that way. Because this is where the deer pass through. They come up from there. They come from over there. And they kind of use this, because this is like a peninsula out into the field. They kind of use this as a cover area. And I also like to maybe do something with the trees in here to try and get this to thicken up in here a little bit. And maybe this stretch right through here alongside the food plot. This would be the west side of the food plot. I usually sit on the east side because typically when I'm out hunting, I have a west-northwest wind. So I come down and around the south end and all the way up through the woods back there to get into my tree stand. So if they're sitting in here in the cover, then they can't wind me coming up around the bottom like that. So that's my plan here for this year, is to do a little bit each year, each spring, try and get make it a little better for the deer. The food plot's pretty much established. I don't think I'm going to do too many changes out there. Just maybe try different seeds and stuff like that. But I want to do some stuff in here. You know, maybe the doe will bed right here instead of going over into the neighbor's property. Who knows? You know, you don't know until you do it. So that's my plan for this year. And we're going to get going on it now. So let me hang this up. So he said about waist high. So waist high would be that step right there. So, hey buddy, you want to come up and help? Huh? You want to come up and help me hang this? You can probably get in that tree easier than I can. No? You're not going to help, huh? Can I pet you with the stick? Oh, sure, I can pet you with the stick. Yes, you like that. Yeah, you like that, don't you? Yeah, you like the attention. I got my cleats on because there's so much ice on our driveway over there that you start climbing on a ladder here, they want to get hooked on you. You got to be really careful. Well, let's see what that does. So yeah, I think if I clean up these branches here and stuff, that'll give them a nice area right there to, you know, to walk around at. All right. Are you helping or not? You gonna help? Huh? You gonna let me pet you? No? Yeah? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, let me pet you. Silly bird. That's Leonard Skinner for you. If you'd come up here, then I could show you to the camera and everybody could see how nice of a bird you are. Yeah, come on. No? Alright. Let's get some cutting done. Well, that one didn't go too bad. Just taking that one tree down. I mean, I can already see the amount of light that it let in. So if I take, you know, that's a cherry there. I would like to leave the cherry and leave the ones around the outside and just take the ones in the middle here down. So maybe that one, and that one, and that would really open this up and let some stuff grow in here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna limb this out. I'm gonna take, oh, I don't know, 12 feet of that trunk I want. And I'm gonna take with me. And then the whole top can just lay in there and act as cover. My supervisor here says I'm doing this wrong. Got the sauce stuck in there. So maybe if I lift it with the tractor a little bit, push it off that stump, it might work. Might get it out of there. You think with all that weight on the bucket there trying to push that, you'd think that front tire wouldn't spin, but it's spinning in the snow. So, but I got it off of there. I think I can get it out now. I think that is cut through, so that'll be good. I'll have to come back with the grapple and grab onto it and see if I can drag it out. I kind of used that log calculator, and a diameter like that at 10 feet is getting close to the borderline of what this tractor can lift. So we'll see. All right, I got a lot of this cut down here now. So what I do with some of these bigger ones, because you can't hinge cut them anyhow, is I just cut a notch. I cut a slice in them 3/4 of the way through, or even further, so they're almost ready to fall down. And then I just let the wind blow them down. And when next time I come out here in a week or two, they'll probably be on the ground, you know. And then if I want to take a chunk off like this big one here, I'll just come and cut that off. So I got 1, 2, 3, I think I got 4 more trees there that I got sliced that should come down. Now I wish I could have showed you more of that, but as always the GoPro is just failing miserably today. My battery says I have 88% and it just keeps dying. So I don't know. I'm really disappointed. in the product. I'm disappointed in the guys that give these things good reviews. I don't know how a skier goes out there on a ski slope and uses this GoPro, because I barely filmed anything and it's already dying, you know? So it's very disappointing to me. If GoPro listens to any of these videos, I know several guys that are complaining about their GoPros. So I don't understand why they haven't fixed this problem yet. But I will never buy another one, that's for sure. So, and if 5 years from now you see me buying a GoPro, it's because somebody contacted me and reached out to me and told me they'd give me a GoPro. But otherwise, there's no way I would spend that kind of money on another GoPro. So anyhow, this section is done for now. What I'm hoping is I cut down some of these little, I don't know what they are. They might be cherry or oak or whatever. But out of that root there, then hopefully there's a bunch of little stems coming out, you know, in another year here, and that'll give food in this area right here to for the deer. And when just taking down them 2 bigger trees, oh my God, did that open this up? You know, did that make the sun come in? So this should thicken up real nice in here now over the next year or so. And we'll see we'll come back to it next year and see what it looks like, you know. So we're gonna head this way and start cutting that corridor down there, down into the thick area. I call it my sanctuary. I don't go in that area down there. I don't believe the deer are bedding in there. It's not what they like. It's not the area they like. So that's another area that we need to work on to make this area a little better. It's thick, but I don't think there's the cover that they like to get under and hide, you know. It's all, I don't know if it's spruce. I don't know if they're spruce or fir, or there's some kind of a tree like a spruce down in there, and they're all small ones. So it's pretty thick, but they don't seem to be staying in there. They go in there, like if I shoot one here in this food plot, that's where they go, into that thick area. And I gotta drag them out of there, but they don't seem to be staying in there. The does, you know, certain days they might bed in there, but they're not staying in there on a regular basis. So we're gonna try and work on some of that over the next year or two here. I only want to do a little bit each year and see if it improves. You know, I don't want to sit here and cut the whole woods down, you know, like some of these guys are doing. So I'm just gonna do a little bit each year and see if it makes a difference. I think this right here will, because this is where the deer come through. They seem to come through here and they hang out in here. And you know, if I shoot at one out there in the food plot, they come into this section right here and they kind of stand in here and wait to see what happened. The other ones that didn't get shot, you know. And I think this is going to help this section right here. So I left all the trees around the outside and took down these couple of big ones right in the middle. And like I said, I got the trunk there, and this other one I might come and get 10 feet of the trunk, you know, and just leave all them branches piled up in here. And that should really make some cover in here now. So, all right, let's go get to the other spot here. Hopefully my battery doesn't burn up. What do you think, Leonard? He's been out here with me this whole time. I've been out here, I bet you it's over an hour or so, you know. Look at my thing. Oh yeah, it's easily been an hour that I've been out here. He's been with me the whole time. He doesn't go anywhere. He just follows me around. And it gets a little scary because when I'm dropping a tree, well, I think I told you that before, he gets in front of that tree and then, you know, so. All right, let's get going here. All right, so I cut all these branches off of that big tree there. They were all hanging over. And that's going to be the start of my corridor going back. And then I marked it. There's 2 big trees back in there. I'm going to stay to the left of them trees, and I will come out on the other trail down there where I already started from that end. So I think that'll work pretty good. You know, I walk around back in here, and there are some beds in there. I mean, somebody's in the snow, I'm talking. So somebody's laying in there, probably the does. I don't see too many bucks around here, but they are bedding in there. So So I think what I have to do is make better access into there, because, you know, it's thick in there. I can't walk through it decent, you know, without breaking branches. So if I'm doing that, then they're doing that. So they need, you know, maybe I need to just cut some small, you know, just some small deer trails through there. Not go through with the tractor, just you know, clear out some trails that I can walk on, and then they'll start walking on them. So I think that's what I'm going to do too, you know. I ain't going to get that all done today, but let's go up ahead here and we'll see what else I did. So this is the area up ahead here that I'm talking about. This is kind of a little hill here, comes down and then flattens out and then drops off a little more into a little bit of a swamp down there. And this is the hill. It's the southern exposure, so I think it would be perfect for deer to bed on. And it's so thick in there that I think they're not even walking through there that much, you know, because there's really no trail up along that ridge there. So I think what I want to do is just go in there and make a trail with my little snippers, just enough that I can walk through there, and then maybe they'll start using it more and just, you know, shoot off from there to bed. I don't want to go in there and cut all them trees down. I mean, it seems plenty thick to me. You can't see anything in there. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think if I get that trail snipped in there, and we'll see what kind of results we have after we do that, and before we cut any trees. There are some big ones in there. And I don't know, it's winter, so I don't know what the canopy looks like on those. So there could be some trees taken out of there, is what I'm saying. And you'd still have a woods that you can't even walk through. So we'll see. We'll see for next year. I'm gonna get a trail snipped in along the bottom of this ridge here. And then that'll connect with the one I'm pushing, the main one I'm pushing through there. That'll connect with that. And that should help get the deer filtering through here a little better, I think. So right here where the tractor is parked, this is where I want to hang another branch, another licking branch. So I was going to put it on this, tree right here, right there on that branch coming out. Except I can't reach it with the ladder I have. So I'm going to have to go back and get some other tools and come out here and do that. But what I did is this is where my two trails came together back here. Okay, this is where the two trails came back together back here. So I want to knock down just a couple of these little trees here and just make a green circle right here. You know, kind of like a staging area or something before they come out into the big food plot. And that's my idea. I think that'll help. Just throw some clover in there so it's growing all year round. And I think that'll work. And then I put a shooting lane in right here. I put a shooting lane right here up to the Pablo stand. That's the Pablo stand right up there. I got to get the pole saw out there and take down some of them higher twigs, because otherwise I'll hit it, because the arrow's going to be coming through up here more. But that gives me an idea where I need to cut, and just get a clear shooting lane up there to the Pablo stand, and then the licking stick down here in a little green circle, and we'll see what happens this fall then. So, all right, we got to get to it. We're gonna need a bigger boat, they said. Oh no, that's not what I need. I need a longer rope. We got our handy dandy wrench here. Hopefully we can get this in the first try. Missed it. Take two. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. Oh, I don't wanna jinx it, baby. And twist myself back test it again. Take 3. Hey, we got it up there. Don't want to stick it too far out in the trail. Otherwise we'll be hitting our heads on it when we go by with the 4-wheeler or the tractor. It's actually not too bad out here today. The sun is up there above the trees, warming me up. Actually halfway decent. I don't know. My waist is probably different than your waist. We'll see how that does. I think we're gonna end for today, and tomorrow I think I'm gonna try and, or maybe Sunday. I'm gonna be gone tomorrow. Sunday I think I'm gonna try and get that trail cut through up there on top of that ridge, or on the side of that ridge. Well, as I say, tomorrow's another day. Okay, so this is where we want to go, right through here. Gonna just make a little trail through here, and hopefully they use this area along the bottom of this ridge here now a little more. I mean, it's pretty thick through here. I can't walk through there. I have to cut trees as I walk through. So we're gonna get cutting here. I have this Milwaukee tool with the chainsaw blade on it. And it's basically just a big weed eater with the metal shaft and then the chainsaw blade. And it works pretty good, except you know the batteries don't hold up. As soon as you pinch it, it kills the batteries. So we'll see how much I can get done here and see how it goes. So I hope you can see what I'm doing here. So you can see my orange hat right there. So I'm just making a little trail through here that I can walk right along the side of this ridge here. And we're almost to the end. The end is right over here. Now there are some bigger trees. This one here is dead. I can knock that one over. This one here isn't dead, but it could if I laid it, you know, perpendicular to the hill here. That would probably add some cover in there. Otherwise, there aren't too many. Those are cherries. I like to leave the cherries. I like the cherries for some reason. They all got burls on them. Someday I'd like to come out and get those burls and make something out of them. I believe that one's an oak right there. There's actually a couple of oaks in here that I don't want to take them down. I'm going to leave them up. But you can see what it looks like through here. It's all these little, I think these are firs. They have the flat leaf on them. But you can see how it is in here. If they're laying in here, you wouldn't see them anyhow walking around. Anybody walking around. My trail's way over there on the other side of this stuff. So we're going to see if this helps. And what I'm going to show you here in a minute, I'm going to show you how I just sliced this tree, and then if a good windstorm comes up, it'll come down on its own. So let's get going on that. All I do is I just put a slice in it. Just like that, and hopefully when you get a southwest wind, it'll just blow that one right over. So we got these all notched, so they're just gonna fall when we get a good strong wind. They're just gonna fall any which way. And then I'll come out here, and if it's laying across the path, I'll just cut that chunk out. A couple more to do here. Why are you whining so much today? Huh? Can I pet you with a stick? Yeah. Yeah, you're such a pretty bird. Oh yeah, Leonard. Okay. I hope you can see what I did here. You know, it's just a footpath. Food plot number 1 is up here on top of the hill, and then they can walk through here on the bottom now, and hopefully this will give somebody a little more places to get in here and bed down and stick around here instead of going on the neighbor's property. Because contrary to popular belief, what I've noticed with the deer, they like easy just like we like easy, you know? The easier they can walk through an area, that's where they're gonna walk through. But they still want the cover, they still want to hide. So hopefully this will help. We'll see what this does, and then, you know, maybe at a later date we'll do another one down, you know, 50 yards down there further and go straight across and come out on one of the other trails up to the east, or to the west, I'm sorry, to the west further. So we follow this out. This comes out, this is where I'm putting a corridor in. Right there's the tractor sitting there. So the corridor is going to come right through here, right along this bigger tree here, or between the two big trees there, and then down the hill. And my other trail is down that way. It'll hook up. So I'm going to do all of that with the tractor and make a nice wide corridor there. Then the food plot's right out here. You can see the white out there. And I have a couple openings. I have an opening over there. I have an opening up there for the deer to come out right in front of my stand. And hopefully this works. We'll see. We'll get this corridor cut in here once I can drive out here better, and then we might have to cut a little bit right over in there to make that opening a little better for them. But for right now, we're good. Let's get out of here for today. Like I said, this thing works, but it doesn't work as good as you think. I mean, it really goes through the battery fast compared to the chainsaw. So I don't know what the answer is. I mean, it's okay for these little twigs and stuff, but you're not going to cut down a 2-inch tree. You burn up the battery on one tree. I mean, it does work. Don't get me wrong. It just seems like I go through the batteries real quick with this thing compared to the saw. The saw, it seems like the batteries last pretty long, and on this thing, it's like, you know, 5-10 minutes, you're done. All right, so we got it all cleaned up here. A couple of these stumps right here, there's 2 of them. There was one there and one there. I don't have my little saw isn't working right now. The one that I use, that I have the different blade on for getting right down on the ground. So I'll just wait until, you know, spring, and all the snow is melted. And then I'll come out here and I'll just cut those flush to the ground. For what this is going to be here, I don't need to dig them out or nothing. They can just stay there. As long as I can get one wheel on them or something as I drive over them. If I drive over them. This one here, so it goes all the way down, comes out to the trail out there. I had already started from that end because that's kind of where I wanted it to come out. So I just had to meet the 2. But we're making a corridor. So we're, you know, I don't know, 50-ish yards, 30 to 50 yards off the food plot. So they can move about in here and nobody will see them, you know, before they enter out in the food plot. I also, you know, we got Leonard there, he's supervising, you know, but we pushed some of these trees up into the pile here, and as they break down, you know, they'll make cover. And then, you know, the deer can, if they want to bed right in there, just off the food plot, they got a little more cover here. And there's some others in here that I can, you know, I'll just call them garbage trees. There's, you know, like a jack pine right there, and there's some others in there that I could just tip over. You know, you can't hinge cut them. They don't hinge cut, but you could just tip them over to give some cover, you know. So then I cut a little path here going to my opening there in the food plot, so they can just walk through there a little freer. And my goal is for them to start using these paths, so when they come out into the food plot, they're standing, you know, 20 yards out in front of my tree stand there. That's the whole idea, you know. Whether it works or not, we'll see, but that's pretty much it, you know. We'll let this grow in now this summer, and we'll see what it looks like. You know, we'll see what it looks like, you know, midsummer, close to fall, before hunting season. We'll see what it looks like, and then we can kind of decide what, if we want to do more for next year, you know. So that's about it for this one. can't believe it lifted that. See if we can just get it out of here a little bit. Pretty unstable on that snow. Guys, that's about the max for this tractor. That is 174 inches. That's a little over 12 feet, 13 feet, 14 feet actually, right? And it is roughly a 24-inch log, 23, 22, probably 22 on the other end here. Yep, 22 on this end. So I would say to move it safely, that's the max for this machine. This is the 2515H. And I have loaded tires, and I have basically a homemade counterweight on here made out of a carryall and a big rock. I think that's going to be it for this video. So if you like these videos, you know, give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. And keep watching. We got more stuff coming up. We'll get this, couple of years, we'll get this, I think we'll get this looking pretty good. Can you say hi to the camera? Can you say hi to everybody?